I just came back from Salem. So it's windy here. I just want to say that right now. It's really windy where we're at. See the sky, you can see it all. It's really windy. So my windshield, you can see my windshield right here. It's my windshield of my Subaru. I was going down the road, and it's a stretch of Salem. It's like some kind of new overpass or something that they put. Then all of a sudden, I heard what felt like a big blast of sand hitting my windshield. And I'm looking around and I'm thinking, where did that come from? That's what it sounded like. It hit my windshield, like all over it. And I thought, is there a truck that just passed me? There was no truck. There was nothing. Nothing passed me at all. It sounded like sand covered my whole windshield. That's what it sounded like when it hit it. And I thought, okay. So I travel down the road. I get to the intersection to merge onto, I don't know what highway that is, you all. I turn. This is like within 1.5 to 2 minutes later. I turn to go down this road. It happens again. It hits my windshield just like that again. Sounds like sand hitting my windshield. And I'm looking around. Now I'm on a 4-lane highway. There are no sand trucks. There's nothing. Nothing there whatsoever. I'm pretty sure I heard something like that the other day too. But this today, just now, in my Subaru, you all, and I thought, surely there's no rock hitting my window or nothing. There wasn't. It literally felt like a blast of sand hitting the windshield. Well, and then nothing. Within 2 minutes later, as I turn, the same thing. No truck, no nothing around. It came from the sky. It's in the air. And I'm looking around and thinking, it could have been anything that come from the sky. They literally did that, you all. I've never heard that in my life. I haven't. And with all the stuff going on in the sky, there are balloons and stuff. You all, look how windy it is. It's like, wow, Gina, honey, it's just a blast of sand. No, 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 no. No, I've never had that happen to me before. It wasn't just a blast of sand, you all. It was not. It was strange enough for me to come on here because I thought when I get back home, as soon as I get in my driveway, I'm going to do a video on it because it was not normal. Has anyone else had that? Have you had that happen to your vehicle? It sounds like a blast of sand literally hit your windshield. And there's no trucks and there's nothing in front of you. Is there? Your car is covered in dirt this morning. You had a tornado come through yesterday, Oklahoma, and you never had your car covered in so much. There's something going on, you all. There, I don't got nothing to drink. My lips are chapped. I'm glad I am too, but I don't know if I even want to be out here in this wind. We can see the sky through here. And I thought, well, I wonder if I could see something on my car. Of course, it would have blown off. It would have, you all. This is what my windshield looks like. There's nothing. I don't got no cracks, nothing on here. And if there was any residual, see, what is that? See, that's a very fine speck right there. My car's dirty. I'm just looking for any visual signs of something like that coming down on my car. But it felt like a big blast of sand. That's what it felt like. You can hear the wind. super windy. It's let me get back in here. You all look at the pine trees up there. The wind is just blowing everything. Probably going to blow something down on me. Do you all got strong wind where you're at? Probably going to blow that on the camper. I don't want to make that come true. In the name of precious Jesus, no, don't you dare fall down on that camper. You all this. Okay, I'm coming in here. People over the country. People are all over the country. They are talking about what? Stacey Adams, honey, what is I messing up? People are talking about something all over the country. Somebody fill me in. Are they talking about the wind? I gotta see you all because I didn't look at the comment and I apologize. What is up? Strong winds and tornado alerts. Okay, very, very strong winds, you all. You know who's control of the wind? It's Cthulhu. It's Cthulhu. He controls the wind, you all. Remember we did videos on Cthulhu? We got a playlist called Cthulhu, you all. If you did not know that, I would go back and I would look at the Cthulhu playlist because windy, harp, strong solar stuff. You have it. It's shaking my car. Cthulhu brings the wind. Well, these winds, I'm hungry too. These winds are, the snow hurts and it hits like shards of glass, rare blood Michelle. Okay. Small shards of glass. That would be kind of like a sandblasting on my windshield. Because that would sound like that. It really would. We just went under a wind warning up to 80 miles per hour wind. Where are you at? 80 miles per hour wind? I wonder what the NOAA radio is saying. I got NOAA in the car.
May produce localized wind damage and scattered power outages.
Scattered power outages.
Extended outlook. Yeah. There is a chance of thunderstorms on Wednesday, and another strong weather system is forecast to impact the region late Thursday and
pure
Friday.
Ice.
This system will bring heavy rainfall, a chance of thunderstorms.
When I was the winds are strong.
Along with other...
Now I'm going to eat when I get done with this. But I'm going to eat something. It's not going to be nothing too heavy because I don't like to eat something too heavy because it's going to make me sleepy. You had KP7 coming through?
And south central Indiana, including the Louisville metro area.
Oh.
Today, becoming partly sunny this afternoon.
114 mile per hour winds? If you look up Cthulhu, you all, it says something about Cthulhu. I think they probably raised Cthulhu. They want to raise Cthulhu from the South Pacific Ocean is what they want to do. They want to call of Cthulhu. They got things about it and everything. Rain and wind in the Pacific. They did? Did they use her? Did they raise him? Did they raise Cthulhu? 100 mile, 14 mile. That's tornado-like winds. Oh my gosh. See, if I come out here, there's just been a lot. Areas of California, we just got lots of winds, you all. Real strong wind. hurricane level winds. Oklahoma. Let me get back in the car. The hurricane I never heard of a microburst. Microburst of what? Microburst of something that should not been in the air? Because it was like right over the window. It sounded like sand blasting my window. My car is shaking from the wind right now. The rain was like muddy, dirty. Muddy, dirty. Anything over 80 mpr, millibars or something is a hurricane. Tree and limb damage in the greenhouse is pretty good damage. You got damage in your greenhouse? Elkie, oh my gosh. See, that was one of the things I had about building this greenhouse out of recycled windows, because the glass shards, 90 mile per hour wind, 60 mile per hour, a microburst because they straight down usually damaging. The weather is getting crazy. Did I smell a different smell in the air? Well, it's so windy, I can't smell anything. If there's something up there, the wind is going to blow it right away. I will say that we had some kind of incident, and we had to stay in the house, lock the doors, shut the windows, close the curtains. There was something happened, and he had a you-know-what, and the police were out looking for them, and they couldn't find them. But that happened today, and there's lots of woods all through here. So, yeah. A microblast plane crash. Oh! The rain turned into ice balls. Well, it's windy, you all. If you're driving down the road and you're in your car and it's windy, and then all of a sudden you feel on your windshield and you hear it. I mean, it's not my body, but your windshield feels, I like to use the word feel. Your windshield sounds like a blast of sand hits your window, and there is no trucks around. There's nothing. And it stops, and you're looking around because it was all uniform sound. And then you get to around 2 minutes later, the same thing again for the same length of time again. Like your window got sandblasted by something, and you look around and there's nothing there. That's right. Yes, apologies in Upper Michigan. Solar flares, you all. Yeah, everybody's got this bad weather. Did someone say it was the wind that everybody across the world, across the United States, is talking about, the wind that's happening? Is that what was said? It's the wind. Everybody's talking about the wind. We got a filament eruption from the sun. It's probably UFO related too. You know, they can do stuff to the weather too. You have the man-made instruments, and then you have UFOs. They can make the weather do things too. They really can. And the dust is very powerful. Freezing rain and wind, high winds and blackouts. You got power blackouts? Steve, honey, where you at? Yeah. The meteor dust. Nothing. The never-ending story. In Terre Haute. Wow. Power blackouts. I think one of my neighbors' power went out too. We're pretty safe where we're at right now. I guess. I got power. I got internet. A G2 solar KP index. Be safe, Steve. Yes. Michigan, you had thousands without power for over a week. Didn't they warn of that, you all? And if this is like weather warfare, well, I don't know. It's not, the wind brings the clouds in the sky and they move really super fast. I wouldn't want my leg to get stuck in the door. Trying to find my car keys. I just had them and I lost them. Oh, I put them in the seat. Strange times. The wind was kind of like this strong that time the tornado came through to Henryville, Indiana. It was supposed to come straight toward my house. When we knew the storm was coming, I went out on the house and I took a chalk and I wrote Jesus on all the four corners of my house and I anointed it. And then the tornado came through and it took a path. It took a path through the trees instead of my house. And it went straight down through there. It passed the church. It got to Henryville and it practically leveled houses. Lots of houses, you all. You don't want to play around with the wind because the wind is very powerful. It really is extremely powerful. I did, and I'm not ashamed of it either. I'm not. It saved my house from that tornado because I could hear it. I could hear it in the west. It was coming straight this way, and it just went. You could hear it when it was in the woods. When it was in the woods, you could hear the trees cracking, falling down when it was in the woods. They left a path of destruction all up into there, you all, is what happened. But I'm going to go. So it literally, when I went to Salem, I came down this stretch of highway. And, of course, it's windy. It sounded as if sand blasted this car window. Like a blast of sand. And I looked around. I thought, there's no trucks. There's nothing that could have caused it. And like 2 minutes later, as soon as I got to an intersection and I turned, it happened again for the same length of time. And I looked around. There was no truck. There was no nothing. But that's what it sounded like. That my car got hit with a blast of sand 2 times in a row within 2 minutes. And I'm thinking it's coming from above. There's something up there. And they had to shoot down the weather balloons, they said, and then they had UFOs and stuff. I think there's something much more to it than meets the eye. And I would not be surprised if there is something up there. And it's flying around and it's dropping stuff like that person said. What was it? This plane. They saw the plane drop something from the plane. That white powder, remember? And that was like Maryland and West Virginia. They saw a plane drop it, you all. But I didn't hear nothing up above. Of course, I wouldn't be able to see it. If there was a plane up there, I haven't heard any planes flying by because it's too windy. But something came from the sky and just blasted the window. So, I hear some trees going down. I'm going to go in. I'm going to get me something to eat. And, but I wanted to document that. If you hear that and it happens to you too on your windshield, now you know that there's something going on. It just sounds like a blast of sand and you look around and you don't see nothing that would have caused it. Something's going on. Something greater is happening. So I'm going to go, you all. It's getting dark on my phone. I can't really see that well. And be safe, you all, because I didn't realize this wind is all over like this, all over the United States. It's really windy. Something's going on. And people got power without power and things like that. So with that being said, hello, wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello. From my heart to yours. Love you. Have a wonderful rest of your day. You all, we got to stay in contact. We got to keep the lines of communication open. It's like a lifeline for people because we got to know what's going on in the world. We really do. Love you.